So do you agree with PG saying the days of defensive stoppers are pretty much gone? Has the offense evolved that much?
No, I think he's saying the days of his defensive stopping is gone. Not everybody else's.
Don't bring us all into
There's
this.
an Amen Thompson and an Asar Thompson out there locking shit up, still playing defense like they want to. If you don't want to play defense, bro, just say it. Shit. What you mean? Everybody got game. Everybody been had game. What you mean? Everybody.
Yeah, but
stop nobody. Nobody could fucking stop Gilbert.
Yeah.
Nobody could fucking stop Brandon. Nobody can stop.
We've showed clips of Wemby obviously before he was out for the season, but guys reconsidering even going to the cup when he's around.
Okay, when you're talking about defensive stoppers, that means like Tony Allen, right? He was a great defender, but his team wasn't necessarily great at defending as a team, right? He's in a different category because now if he was, we're talking about, Tony Allen on Memphis and stuff, for the most part, Mark was a great defensive player because he knew how to, close things up. But for the most part as a team, you couldn't say those guys was a bunch of stoppers like a San Antonio, type of team or Detroit Pistons type of team. So as an individual, he knew where to be. Like, your job is to make it difficult on a skilled guy. The fact that, you're talking about, Brunson, Shea, a Luka, a KD, a Steph, right? Yeah, you yourself, for the most part, will be taking advantage of 9 out of 10 matches. And it's principle at this point, making sure you're doing your part as a defender. And I think that's where team defense is very, very key. The more everyone's disciplined. I know, for the most part, I got to push him a certain way. No matter what, no matter if he scores, I got to still be able to do my job, and hopefully everybody's doing their job. So, when you're talking about a defensive player, his job is to do what he's supposed to do, relying on everybody else to do their parts. Because Lou Dort is a great defender.
The torture chamber.
But if you remove everybody, because he's so aggressive, you can go right around him. But if there's somebody there helping, then his defense becomes another. Like, there's a lot of, like, there's a reason they, like, with all the foul baiting, the flopping, these things that I can get you to bait, right? It's not like defensive rules have changed. So your defense is at a disadvantage because it's still defensive principles from 1950 something.
This goes back to my point.
I just said this is the peak of.
It goes back to my point of the focus on offensive moves, how everybody trains offensive, right? If I'm looking at film and looking at your tendencies all the time, by the time I play you, I should know your tendencies. You have to be an exceptional player for me to know your tendencies and you still counter them. It's only a certain amount of people can do that. So if you automatically Xing that out on who you're going against, what Paul George is saying ain't got nothing to do with the skill of defense. It's the effort of defense. If he's a defensive-minded player like he say he is, all defense, you should know the scouting report to know that you're not just going to tip a hat and just hope he make it and he that good that, bro, ain't nobody out there doing shit you ain't never seen before. I'm making you go this way all night.
Luka.
I'm making you go this way.
Yeah, but that's it. Then you got to rely on your back line. But it's
Kawhi
now.
Leonard would never make that statement because when you play hard and you know the scout report, that's just an excuse at that point.
I think the players are just.
But it's different than when we played, right? We weren't allowed to switch. Right?
If we did, it was a forced switch.
It was like, if we switch, motherfuckers called us lazy.
Yes, you're not getting over the screen.
You're not getting over the screen. You're taking the lazy way out.
Yes.
So I don't give a fuck how great you are as a defensive player. We can neutralize your great-ass defense by just setting a pick.
Yeah. Right now. And just
pick.
Yeah.
Get you the fuck. Go somewhere else.
You won't even,
right?
No effort.
Because you fighting over, that's not your defensive plan anymore. Right? So for the most part, a defensive player who can manipulate the game can be really pushed out of the game. Some guy who can sit under and he can really guard the ball like the Davion Mitchell's Doe type.
Yeah.
And if he's So hurry up and set this pick. Now he got to switch. Whoa, goddamn.
Get him off me.
Get him off me. They not playing old
And that
school
neutral,
style.
like you're saying, is neutralizing their
Yeah.
defense because now he doesn't get to play defense. He's off ball.
Yeah.
And they're taking the defensive players off ball all the time. But like I said, if
So it's the defensive
Paul gonna
schemes
promote
then.
that. Paul can't promote that to the guys who want to play defense. Like, hey man, these guys just that good, man. Just put a hand up. No, man.
Tip your hat.
Like Luka, right?
Yeah, but what he's saying is because they be
couldn't go at
switching so
Luka.
much though now. So like, if you switch and then the next guy, you just put a hand.
Like, let's say, you know how, like, Luka's a
I
bad
think it's the
defensive
defensive
player?
schemes.
I think it's effort, man. I want to stop you, man. Fuck all that. Ain't nobody in here trying to do none of that. I'm not about to say that out loud to the world to let them know that there's somebody out there that can just give me buckets on demand in the league. And I got to go suit up next year. Everybody think I'm sweet now. Hey, PG said we good enough to just go score that bitch. He gonna tip his head.
Now they're just gonna switch. But that's what I'm saying. So somebody like Luka, back in the day, you couldn't necessarily pick on him unless you just did an ISO on his man.
Right.
Right? So if he was guarding Bruce Bowen, he was safe for the night. Because you're not going to be sitting there running your offense around Bruce Bowen when
Right,
you got
right.
Tim Duncan and Tony Parker and Ginobili in the game.
Right.
So he can just sit there all day.
But he's in rotation.
But he
Don't
has to be in
He
rotation,
has to
right?
be
So
in
it's like,
rotation.
okay, you're not good with the feet, but be help
Like
man.
you in rotation, okay.
Now, it's sitting there like, no, come on over here, pick and roll. Now I can dance. I don't want you on me no more, right? I don't want you on me no more.
Right.
I want Luka. So that's all they're doing now. So it's really kind of hard.
Well, I mean,
Like, the only real
you gotta
defensive
have
play-
some effort though. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. If you gonna load up,
How
if we're
much
loading
effort
up.
you have?
yeah, but like one of them screens, man. Hey, yo, we can.
Look,
I'm
yeah.
getting through this.
Yeah, you get through it, but that's the problem. You get through it when our defense is called switching. So you ran over and he went to switch and you fought over like you wanted to because you went out of character and I made that pass back. 3. Who they getting mad at? You for being too over aggressive.
Rotate.
Because you took it personal.
You gotta rotate.
Rotate,
But yeah-
let him get through. Trap the next
But that's
one.
not
Like,
the last
I mean,
pass.
That's not the defensive
I know, but I'm just-
principle here.
But that's what we talking
so
about.
that means
as
the
far as
defensive
scout
strategy.
report.
So that means the defensive strategy. The people who's playing, who has the defense, they're terrible. Then
I watched pick and rolls with guards, and I realized they don't even know how to set up pick so they're open. Right? If I want to roll on you, right, and you're playing defense like this and you're trying to fight over, I'm gonna set it lower because you have to switch. So I have the inside. They setting it on the top side to pop back.
fading out. Yeah,
and they're
popping
fading
out.
out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, if y'all just pick the inside shoulder, you already have an advantage on them. Right? It's like he's playing behind you, no different than like a receiver.
Right.
But all these guys is setting it, knowing that it's just a switch, dog.
But that should make it easy on the defenses. That's what I'm saying with
To get
Paul.
through.
It should make it so much easier for you not to say, hey, man, a guy hit me in the ISO and he hit me with the boop, 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 and he shoot it and it go in, man. Tip your hat. Nah, man, lock his shit up.
I don't even see the ratio. I don't even see the
'Cause
fake cut. Like, you know how many fucking layups I will get? Just running full speed. Because they're switching. They're switching everything. So I'm going to run all the way up to the screen and just cut it.
I mean, because
What's happening? Easy lay.
if the offensive guy is waiting on a switch, if you just get through that first one, and then he looking for a switch, like he ain't coming off
Yeah,
hard.
defense
Because
look
first of all, he's
different,
not coming
don't it?
off hard because he's looking for the switch, so he know. All right,
I
let
got
me-
him but still in front of
So
me again.
I mean, that first
Shit.
one, I do feel shot. Like, yo, you can get up and get over that first one first,
But
and then see where it's at.
That's not the defensive principles now.
No,
Our
it's the
defensive
effort,
principle
though.
is switch. So if I'm doing a pick and roll and you fight over
Yeah.
and my guy's popping, who got him now?
But what we know though, Gil, we know
No,
that's
I'm
not a
saying-
real
no, but I'm
screen.
saying, as far as
That's
like
not a real
communication,
screen.
like when King was saying yesterday, man, listen, I'ma just go trap Kobe. Like that's what we doing. Fuck the schemes. Like, yo, I'ma just go do this because we gotta stop. Like you can do
but
that out
back
there though,
then,
as a
because-
vet. PG can do that.
Yes, get over the
No.
screen. I got him.
But he's coming off a guy that don't shoot. They shoot now. Right? So they play. You gotta remember,
This
they're
is what
playing
we
5
saying,
out.
though, Gil. This is what we saying.
no, if
so
PG's
if you talking
guarded-
about that screen at the top, guard to
Yeah,
guard.
guard to guard.
Luka.
I'm on you. Josiah's on B. Guard to guard, Josiah. We not switching this. We not switching this,
Okay.
Josiah. Granted, our team scheme is saying we switching everything, but I'm telling Josiah, I'm getting over this. I'm getting over this because we know they're gonna rescreen. We know they're gonna rescreen, but they're not gonna rescreen if we switch first. If we switch first, he's just gonna take you.
Right.
So let me get over.
Yep.
Let them try to do it again.
Give me some type of effort.
Now, at least we run 3 seconds off the clock. At least we run some time off the clock. Now, if he end up getting on Josiah, I can help now. Now I'm loaded up. Because I'm like, all right, we're not going to let you just go up against Joe. We're not having none of those conversations. And then you got a defensive guy that's saying, man, when you switch and you got a nigga on you, it's just like, man, he ain't got no help.
Pray for the best.
Pray for the best.
And that's the problem. It's the they took away the overthinking and tried to make the game as simple as possible. And it is really dumbed down creativity, thoughts, and understanding like human behavior. Like I watch it, I'm sitting here, y'all are doing pointless picks. Some of these picks are pointless. Where's the fake picks? Where's the under picks? Where's the pick and rescreen? Where's the pick and dive? Where's the
screen to screen?
I'm gonna go screen you first for you to go to the screen, and then I'm gonna come behind you.
Man, wide open.
What happened to screen to screener? You screen, I screen your man. You go to the lob, I pop. Where's all
when they
these?
switching, you gotta run that. Screen to screener, they switching, you should be wide open.
Like if Rudy Gobert, man, is setting the screen,
double three.
the other guard is setting the pick on Rudy Gobert's man. Rudy Gobert's gonna drop. I'm gonna come for the handoff. I don't care what you did. Remember, Rudy Gobert just ran to the basket.
Yeah, throw it to him. And it's a guard on him.
It's a guard gonna be
Come
on no matter what.
They have to switch because they've been switching the whole time. So now y'all switching. Y'all gotta switch it.
So you brought up Gobert. We're going to talk about the Wolves and Warriors in just a second. But first, today's podcast.